One of the biggest reasons I came to McGill was for its fantastic reputation. Not only reputation in Canada, but its great reputation around the world.
I'm from Montreal. It's a great city. I love it here, and the fact that McGill is here probably played a big part in influencing my decision to stay.
I picked McGill because I knew that the supervision that I would get here and the access to faculty and resources would be a very good match with my interests.
My major is music, which means that I take a lot of music courses, but of course at McGill I'm encouraged to take courses outside of the Faculty of Music.
What I really enjoy is that there is a wide selection of courses to choose from, and it's also really flexible, so you can choose to minor and major in different areas.
When I first saw the number of courses available here at McGill, I became very excited. At the same time, though, I knew I needed to get some help, so I called my faculty advisor. She considered not only what it was that I wanted to study, but also the type of person I was, the goals I had in mind.
J'ai remarqué qu'il y a beaucoup plus de francophones sur le campus. On entend du français un peu partout.
Tous les services sont offerts de manière bilingue. Les travaux de session, aussi bien que les examens, peuvent être écrits en français, aussi bien qu'en anglais.
Ils ont le droit d'avoir des dictionnaires pendant les examens.
Tout est mis à la disposition pour permettre aux francophones, aussi bien qu'aux anglophones, de réussir aussi bien dans leurs études.
You can get access to all the services in English, so you really don't need French to get by. Un café au lait, s'il vous plaît. But on the other hand, it's also a great opportunity to learn French because you can use it around the city and practice it.
My parents are from Burundi, and I was born in New York, but I also grew up in Canada. So basically, my life has been all over the world. I find that quite simply, McGill is just a microcosm of the world.
It's definitely inspiring as a student at McGill to know that everyone has this collective sense of, I guess, responsibility to push themselves. There's a very positive vibe amongst the student body.
I really think that McGill encourages just a collaborative atmosphere and environment and mentality. As an engineer, you're going to be working with other people. You're not going to be isolated necessarily, and you have to accept the fact that sometimes they'll know something that you need to know, and sometimes you'll know something that they need to know, and you just share that.
So concentrate on the balance of those.
My professors at McGill have absolutely exceeded my expectations. They're extremely passionate and they're all at the top of their fields, and their passion is contagious.
I'm taking a seminar on globalization, and what's great about that class is that it's very small. There's only about 20 people, and it's basically student-led. My biggest class is actually in this room, so there's about 400 of us, but the professor is really able to capture everyone's attention in that big class. It's one of my most interesting classes.
There's a nice contrast between old buildings and newer buildings. The way I look at it is that there's a foundation and they keep on expanding and building. It all comes together as one institution, so it's very interesting to see that contrast on campus.
I've loved birds probably since I was a young boy, and coming out here to study birds and have that opportunity has been great. McDonald campus. It's a beautiful natural environment where we have access to forested areas, the lakeshore. There's also agricultural facilities and greenhouses here on campus. You can pretty much count on most of your courses having a lab component where you will be out in the field getting your hands dirty, which is a really valuable thing, especially in this field, to have that exposure. Commuting between campuses is pretty easy. There's a McGill shuttle service that takes you from one campus to another, and it comes regularly throughout the day.
This year, McGill inaugurated the Life Science Complex. And what it is really is a whole range of professors and labs which have moved here from all around the campus. Different departments, different disciplines, and everybody is coming here to collaborate on common projects. So I work with live mice and models of disease. If I have a question or if my project is taking me in a new direction and I want to discuss this with my colleagues, I can just walk one flight of stairs and speak with my colleagues on brand new avenues of my projects without having to cross the campus.
The technical support, the type of technology that is available to us at McGill is absolutely top-notch. The type of scanners we use, for example, in the eye clinic, the optical coherence tomography, is so brand new that people come from all over Montreal, even from the surrounding areas. The machines that I use every day are amazing.
When I came to McGill, it was my first time leaving the Philippines, and I was really scared of being homesick and feeling lonely. But I feel that living in residence for my first year really helped out a lot because I had like an instant community. The food at Res was really great. There was a great variety, and the chefs invited us to give in recipes from food that we craved back home. And then they cooked this for the whole Res, food that we were homesick for, but at the same time, we'd be able to discover food from different countries as well.
After a great first year in residence, I moved into this place with some friends. It's only a 5-minute walk from campus, and there's a great student community all around us.
McGill is like a small community inside a really big city.
So I think the general mentality here at McGill is to work hard and to play hard.
And also, it's, you know, the student life here is amazing. I mean, there are clubs for everything.
I think in total there are about 120 different clubs. So anything from like the ski and snowboarding club to more NGO type of things.
Right next to the campus is Mount Royal. It's a small mountain. During my lunch break, I often take my lunch and just walk up the mountain. It takes about 10 minutes. There's a great view from the top. In the winter, I can rent cross-country skis from the McGill gym and ski up to the top. It's so beautiful up there. It's one of my favorite places in the city, and it's right next to campus.
Winter was a bit of a shock for me, but eventually you learn how to dress for it and you learn how to wear the right clothes. And I think the best way to get through winter is to get involved with a lot of winter sports.
In the winter, even if it is cold, there's so much cultural life going on. You will always find something to do. You will never be bored. I've traveled the world for 15 years when I was a professional dancer, and this is the city where I chose to live. If you take New York and Paris and you mix it together, you end up with Montreal. It's definitely the best quality of life that I have ever experienced. Something I really enjoy about doing my doctorate at McGill is that most of the programs are interdisciplinary and very innovative in the way they approach their research.
I chose McGill because I knew that McGill had a long history of doing research in the Arctic, and that fit very well with my research focus, which is on climate change and Indigenous activism in the global arena.
I'm happy that I decided on McGill. It's a really stimulating environment.
It is the experience that I've had here at McGill that will really help me succeed in whatever I choose to do next.
McGill is educating me as a whole person, not simply as a musician.
McGill has given me the support and freedom to really follow my own intellectual curiosity.
You're really ready after these 4 years to go into the world because you've experienced everything at McGill.